I'm here at the corner of Magnolia and Park in Long Beach. Why am I here? Because of this week's Parsha. Now, why am I in front of something that says green when the Parsha is identified with red? Right? That Esav is born and he's called Edom because he's reddish. And then there's the story in the Parsha that Yaakov is making lentils and he says, pour down that red stuff into my mouth. So what does green have to do with anything? So a fascinating insight into the Parsha. Rav Shalom Shwadron, the Maggid of Yerushalayim, asks a fascinating question. If you boil lentils, it's not red. They're green. Like the dry cleaning behind me. So the whole idea that Esav is called Edom is based on the fact that they're red. And he says, pour down that red stuff down my mouth. So what does this mean? Second question Rav Shwadron asks is, if he's called Edom, why is he called Edom just because that was the color of the food? If you want to call him somebody that was acted like an animal, so you call him Haliteni, not pour it down my mouth. What does the color red have to do with anything? And third, the language Esav uses is Haliteni na. He says, pour it down my mouth, please. All of a sudden he comes up with some manners. What's the issue here? So Rav Shwadron answers very interestingly. Says that lentils are red until they turn green. When they're half cooked, they're still red. And that's what Esav was saying. Na can also mean raw. It can mean uncooked. Like we say that the Korban Pesach cannot be raw. Mavashel na. So he says Haliteni na can mean just give it to me as it is. I don't even want it cooked. I'm so hungry. I want that food poured down my throat. And that's why the redness describes who Edom is. That he ate the food when it wasn't cooked yet, when it wasn't ready. That's who Edom is. That describes to us the difference between Esav and Yaakov. Yaakov, who waited and was cooking and acted in an appropriate way, and it doesn't give into his animalistic instincts. And waiting for it to be green. He's green. But Edom and Esav is red because he eats it well. It's not even cooked yet. Just like an animal would go into a garbage and eat anything that he could. The stark difference between Esav and Yaakov is really what reminds us the differences between our people and the people of the rest of the world, the descendants of Esav. We have to keep that in mind, and I wish everybody a beautiful Shabbos and a very happy Thanksgiving.